From the wackos on the left to the MAGAs on the right, they know I'm beating Kamala. This race won't even be tied. Her policies are nutso. She's out her goddamn mind. She just repeats the same thing, regurgitating her lines. She thinks that immigration without paperwork is good. Clearly not too much power underneath Kamala's hood. Borders are, it's what you are. Borders are. Cackling Kamala, you're dumb. Mass inflation imminent if she weasels herself in. If that don't sound like fun to you, then you better help me win. I promise I'll secure you, you'll be in better hands. It'd be a flippin' free-for-all with what Kamala plans. Borders are, it's what you are. Borders are. Laugh it up, Kamala. This lady, she's cackling crazy. From the wackos on
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. Well, that was a pretty good way to open it. All these people who have been making these memes are just crushing it lately. Like, again, Donald Trump is the culture. I mean, like, he is the counterculture as well as the culture. It's kind of crazy. Like, everybody's making songs about him. Everybody likes him. Like, it's amazing. And the only people that don't like him are the mainstream media. The only people that don't like him that are Democrats are people that believe the mainstream media about him, or everything the mainstream media says about him. You know, two-time convicted felon. You know, like all those charges. I mean, we showed you videos where they've done exposés where James O'Keefe Media Group, OMG Media, is going out there and they're going, yeah, we're weaponizing the DOJ. I mean, there was a senator or a congresswoman lady that came out and said the quiet part out loud. She goes, yeah, we're trying to weaponize the DOJ against Trump.
Yeah, I'll try to find that video here in a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I don't know what more proof you need to understand that the DOJ is being utilized in a way that it's not supposed to be utilized. I mean, if they can do it to Donald Trump, they can do it to anyone. Anyone. Donald Trump's a billionaire. What hope do you have? So, that's where we're at right now in our society, which is it's a scary thing. It's a very, very scary thing. Yet, here we are, and there are still people that just will blindly, again, you know, there's a bunch of sheep that are just saying vote blue no matter who. So, scary times we live in, scary times. But, yeah, we have a couple of interesting videos today. Today's really the presidential popularity contest, or what I would call the cult of personality, or with Kamala, the lack thereof. Like, again, Kamala went on a... did you see the video that Quartering posted the other day where he clipped a bunch of stuff from that podcast she went on, and it was a disaster? Like, she was getting pity laughs from those two NBA players and stuff.
I did see that, but I did not get any clips from that because I was just like, wow, that was like the most awkward.
Yeah, it was.
I've ever seen.
Again, when they go, "What's your plan for the economy?" I mean, she just goes, "Well, I grew up middle class, and growing up middle class, you understand that it's hard to have a business. So I understand the plight of the middle-class business person." Again, she just talks about the middle class without actually giving any policy details. When the question was, what are your plans for your economic policies? So again, it's just empty platitudes. I mean, she is nothing but empty platitudes.
Yep.
And again, all the policy positions she's taking are ones that she likes that Donald Trump has already said that are his policy positions. She's like, oh, I like that no tax on tips thing.
Tax on tips, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh, families have to pay less tax for the more kids they have. I like that, except we'll give them more money than what Donald Trump said that we were going to give. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Democrats are going to offer more money than Republicans to people because that's been their MO forever. It's like, I'm going to offer you more money to vote for me.
Yeah, it's them buying off college students with free college.
Yeah. So it's just wild, sad.
But speaking of that, this is why we brought this topic up today for the presidential popularity contest is Tim Walz and Donald Trump both went to a football game this last weekend. Mm-hmm. And their greetings were very different. And I have a bunch of videos pulled up right here. See if I can't find the right ones. We'll start with our favorite little Tim Walz here, our favorite little soldier, everyone's favorite soldier, Tim Walz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's our happy warrior. Happy warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He is a happy warrior.
Mm-hmm.
God, another retarded media term. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Well, here is Tim Walz at a Michigan football game, and very lukewarm reception to him being there. If you can't see, we'll go ahead and play the video.
Oh, yeah. Trump 2024, baby!
No one's clapping, no one's cheering. I mean, the game looks to be just about over, so maybe that's partially the reason why. But I mean, it seems like he didn't have that very much of a warm welcome here. And then this is also supposedly he was flipping the bird to some people, which it does look like he is. It's very hard to tell. I'm not going to give him that benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, say he probably wasn't, but he's clearly very lukewarm reception, and there's already like the image of him and his wife cheering at the game in the press box booth that they're sitting in, and they're saying that no one else in the room is cheering, so they think it's a stage. Yeah, they think it's
hey, Tim, just act like you're cheering. And he's like, yay! And then it's like, there we go.
Yeah, and then to have the opposite reaction here, we have, well, if my computer won't freeze up on me, there we go. Donald Trump at the Alabama-Georgia game. I'll see if I can't find the good one first. Here is the difference between their reception at these places. He is on the Jumbotron right now. And all of Denning Stadium just goes wild. Everything. Yeah. Everyone's going crazy. And of course, they've got a close-up of it. Oh, man. The difference between the websites, Instagram and all these places, and then here he is at the game on a kind of a close-up, seeing the exact same thing there. Is that Hank Williams Jr. back there?
Yeah, it's Kid Rock and Hank Williams Jr.
Oh, hot dog. I didn't know that. I knew Kid Rock was there. I didn't know Hank Williams was there. That's awesome.
Hank and Kid are close. They wrote that song, I'm hanging out with my son, Kid Rock.
Yeah, it's like he's got a massive, warm reception to people being here. And there's interviews. Here's him, like, this is the one that kind of has gone viral, is him throwing
food to people.
From the concession stand at people. I mean, and these kids, these are college kids. They're going crazy for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So
thank God. But again, at these liberal elitist institutions, all these colleges, the ivory tower professors all thumb their nose and look down on Donald Trump, and all the and then the students that they corrupt, become far left Democrat protesters. But the average person likes him. The average college student likes him. So it's amazing to me. I'm sure there's a handful of kids that would never be caught dead at a football game that were there when they heard he was there going, oh, this is why I don't go to any sports games.
That is why I pulled this up here, was like, these are two Georgia fans right here. And they're like, they straight up said they came here like, we're fans, but we kind of came here more for Trump than we came for the football game. And I'll go ahead and play this real quick. Actually, I might throw this on the big screen really quick. Let me go ahead and do multi-screen.
Transition. Nice.
And then do this. Boom.
All right, so I see you got the hat on. Trump's going to be here tonight. Is that why you decided?
And, of course, we're having trouble loading. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can get this to work. There we go.
You know what? As it says, Jesus is my savior and Trump is my president. So, yes, that's a big reason why we came. I mean, go Trump. I'm tired of paying high grocery prices. So yeah, go Trump.
What's been everybody saying? People are talking about it because I know there's a lot of people that I've seen with the same hat. Not that hat specifically, a lot of different Trump hats.
You know, no one said anything to me negative. And they're in Bama shirts, so that tells you something. No, everyone's just been super supportive of the Trump hats. Everyone's kind of been walking around selling them. That's how actually I got it. So yeah, I think everyone's excited just in general that Trump is here. Whether you're for him or against him, I think just people are happy that someone so big is here for the game. Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and pause it there. But there's multiple people that they interview here, and it's just organic and grassroots. I mean, whereas we've shown that all the Kamala stuff is not organic and grassroots, they're bringing in.
They can't
people.
risk things happening naturally. Like I said, again, remember, Democrats are the party of wag the dog. They're the party of staging events. They're the party of we cannot risk something going that's not scripted. I mean, they take it. They take their place right out of Hollywood's book. Like I said, remember, again, I'll tell you a story. My friend, one of my fraternity brothers, he went out to L.A. and he worked as a PA or not a PA or what do you call him?
RA.
RA
is the people that manage the dorms.
No, a PA, like a personal assistant or whatever, a stage hand for
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about for Hollywood.
Yeah, for Hollywood.
Yeah, when he moved out to LA. Yeah,
so
gotcha.
he does all that, and so they, all the red carpet stuff, it's all staged. It's none of it's real anymore. Like there's no organically. So all the kids in the crowd are just the PAs and the assistants that work for that company. They get paid pennies on the dollar to do crap work and edit videos. Now, are they excited to be there and see the celebrities? Yes, because they're in Hollywood. They're working in Hollywood. They're excited to be a part, but
this
they're
is
not
a movie premiere, and these people aren't organic. These are all people who work for the people of the movie studio. So it's not fans there. I mean, they could possibly be fans.
They're probably
of the show.
fans. So I'll give you an example. So at the premiere of the movie, the original Kong Skull Island movie.
No, it was the one with.
No, it was Kong Skull Island with Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
and Brie Larson. Is that her name right?
Yeah.
So there's a guy running around in a monkey costume. That was my friend. That was my fraternity brother. And he goes, all stage. He goes, yeah, they told me to just run around and act crazy and do all this. He goes, act like you're just a crazy big fan of King Kong. And that's all he did was he run around. He got a picture with Tom Hiddleston in this monkey costume. And it was just it's all staged. It's all fake. Now, is it cool that he got to meet Tom? He's like, yeah, I got to meet Tom Hiddleston. He goes, it was really lackluster because I'm in this costume. I don't actually get to meet him or talk with him in any organic way. So they've taken away anything organic away from Hollywood. They've taken anything organic away from the Democratic Party. It is all staged. What's amazing, the reason why Trump takes off, the reason why Trump is so popular is because all this is him just going out in public. I mean, he's not like all other TV stars. Trump is a reality TV star. He has to be. It's real to him. It's not like what was it, the Jerry Springer show and all that crap, where it's it's all staged and they hire basically actors to act as ridiculous as possible.
The situations are partially real on those things, but they ham it up. They tell the people to really
take it up
exactly.
to the next level.
They take it up to level 10, where it's like, oh well, we broke up years ago or months ago or whatever, and we haven't really even associated each other, but we're gonna act like, oh, I still have feelings for
Absolutely. And again, it's just so ridiculous. There's nothing organic about the Democratic Party. There's nothing organic about Hollywood. And again, Hollywood works hand in hand with the Democrat Party. So none of it's real. Again, Kamala having those people get again, we showed that video a while back of that black guy talking, yeah, they kicked us out of this restaurant we were eating at so they could have Kamala Harris supporters bust in and sit at this restaurant that we were all trying to eat at. I mean, I bet you that restaurant in town's not going to be a staple of the community anymore.
Yeah.
But holy cow, I mean, that's just crazy. They can't risk organic interactions with Kamala, but they can risk that with Donald Trump. If somebody walked up to Donald Trump and said, "You suck, Mr. President," he'd just be like, "Well, I make more money than you, so get out of my face." It'd be something ridiculous. Something people would be like, "Yup, I could see Donald Trump doing that."
And then it's organic, and people are saying that he's only doing this for some photo shoots, but here's Donald Trump at, I think, Asheville, Georgia, or wherever it is that got completely wrecked by that hurricane. Here he is there,
Thank you so much. And I'm at
Oh, that's very good. Thank you, fellas.
Organic. Those are people just there, wanting to meet him and shake his hand. And he came down there like as soon as this happened. He's down there meeting and greeting, and you can say it's for a photo op, but at least he's there. And then this is why, and like I said, Kamala Harris did not go there. She went to the White House and got a brief about it. That's all she's done with it. And there's a reason why I don't think she wants to go there. This next video, excuse the language on this next video, but here is Joe Biden showing up a few days late and $1 short. Right here. And here is a crowd of people on the side of the highway.
And remember, it's Donald Trump who's had multiple assassinations attempts. Joe Biden has had no such assassination attempt. So, yeah, he's showing up a couple days late. Trump just walking into the fire. Biden walking into the aftermath after he woke up from his 2-day nap.
Yep. But here it is.
Yeah, pardon the language. Language advisory right here.
Wow, he's finally here. Wow, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Fuck you.
They are not happy with him being there. So this is why Kamala doesn't want to show up. Look at the greeting Joe Biden's getting for showing up.
Yeah, you think
13 days.
I mean, the only benefit of Kamala going instead of Biden would be that if these guys were lined up like that and flipping off Kamala, they'd be called racist.
Yeah.
Despite the fact it has nothing to do with race, they're just saying, F you, you haven't done anything for us. It's like you're a day late and $1 short. Your rival came here first. Like, it's a PR loss for you. And again, I mean, it's Sleepy Joe. Like, he's not running the country.
Which that's why I have this meme pulled up here, if you can't read it. It's a flooded out town, completely destroyed. Says powerful image from Benny Johnson. Says powerful image. America's last versus America's first. What side are you on? And it's Kamala Harris standing in a flooded town, and a hill of a flooded town, and it says, "No money for you. We gave it all to Ukraine and Israel and Taiwan."
Yeah. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, it's the American people that are suffering. It's the American people that are the government is our OnlyFans model, and we're her pay pigs. Like, we just donate a month. We forgot we have our monthly subscription to her. Like, we got to stop. We got to cancel that subscription.
Mm-hmm.
So the money and our taxes are going to fund stuff that we don't really need to be bothered with. We need to focus on our own infrastructure. We need to focus on essentially the health of our own nation. Like, I mean, there's a reason our food is poison. Our kids are lazy and getting fat, and we're focused on the wrong things.
Yeah, and focused on feeling like themselves, despite the fact that they're transing themselves and all this other harmful stuff that's going to have long-term repercussions in the near future.
Yeah, again, this is why RFK joining Trump is kind of amazing. It's like he's going to be the health advisor or the health administrator. Again, our society is unhappy and mentally unstable. I would say, due in large part to our nutrition, to what companies are eating, all the preservatives and all the. I mean, our food is Europe would never allow their countrymen to eat the things that we are eating here in the States. People come here to the U.S. and they balloon up 15 pounds and they go, I'm eating the same amount of food that I eat and the same type of food I eat back in my home country, but I'm 15 pounds heavier.
Yep. It's because of all the preservatives and unnatural ingredients that we're putting in our food, the hormones, whatever else, and it's causing us to maintain weight. Versus if you go overseas and you're eating the exact same thing, they're not gaining weight nearly as fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is it. This is what you want. If you want Kamala, if you're going to vote for Kamala, I mean, and if she wins, again, my concern is that Texas is going to flip this year because of all the illegal immigrants that are there. I mean, there's a boatload of states that could flip because of all the illegal immigrants this year. Yep. Again, it's not just, obviously they could be getting additional congressional seats for the next election when they do the census again. But my concern is that they're just going to be like, hey, here's your driver's license, here's your voter ID, go get them, Tiger.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I do have a video pulled up about that right here. Elon Musk posted it on his X, or formerly known as Twitter, Twix, whatever you want to call it. And then here it is. It's from Paul A. It's a repost. Elon Musk reposted it. Paul A. I don't know how to say his name. Zinpola. But it says, massive scandal in Arizona. 218,000 voters have been wrongly marked as having provided proof of citizenship due to an error. And they're not going to repoll these ballots because they say it's too late. It's too close to the election cycle. And here it is. I'll play the video.
Arizona.
Now, this new data set, as they're calling it, brings the total number of people impacted to 218,000 instead of the 98,000 we first reported. These people were mistakenly marked as having provided documentary proof of citizenship. And Arizona voter registration database now has correctly flagged the impacted individuals. Election officials say they will contact the affected Arizonans with information regarding their status after the general election. That means for now, the Arizona Supreme Court's ruling is going to stay that impacted voters, that includes all of them, will still
fat, lazy
be able
government
to vote.
workers.
Now, this new data set
Ridiculous. And see, it's like, this is what we're talking about. It's like they are registering people who don't have IDs to vote. And they're going to count the ballots and wait till after the election to fix it.
Yeah.
That sounds like the Democratic solution to everything. Like that was the
Well,
same,
we'll
that was the
fix
same
it
thing.
next time.
Yeah. It was the same thing with their border bill. The border bill said that the border bill that they were trying to pass, they said that the Republicans were hamstringing them on, was it still allowed like 15,000 immigrants
like 10,000
in
a day.
Yeah.
It was 10,000 a day.
10,000 a day, and it gave the ones that were already here amnesty. Immediate amnesty. So it's pass the bill and we'll deal with the repercussions later. Whereas Republicans are like, no, this is a bad deal on all accounts. Like you're still allowing 10,000 a day, and you're going to grant amnesty to all of them, including ones who are possibly criminals.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and pull up that other video of that guy with the beard, the big guy with the beard.
this guy,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Play it.
What?
Sandra, bear with me. We just got these numbers moments ago, but it's a jaw dropper to say the least. So to set the stage here, let me just explain what these numbers mean. ICE has something called a non-detained docket. Essentially what that is it means migrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal custody. So who's on this non-detained docket? It's illegal immigrants who were caught and released at the border, released with the court date years away. They're in immigration proceedings, combined with illegal immigrants who have already been ordered deported from the country by a judge but are still here roaming the country. So keep that in mind, this non-detained docket. According to a letter that the acting director of ICE just sent to Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez, on ICE's non-detained docket, they're currently tracking 425,000 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime. Of that number, over 13,000 non-citizens have convictions for homicide and are on the non-detained docket, meaning they're roaming the country right now. On top of that, there are another 15,811 non-citizens convicted of sexual assault who are roaming the country right now on ICE's non-detained docket.
You might hate conservatives to your core, but maybe just for your own safety, side with us in November.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Greg Gutfeld was talking about the other day. I mean, there's a nefarious play going on here. It's like the safety of the citizens be darned. Like, I mean, we don't care about them. And again, if you question whether or not they're dreamers. They're not convicted criminals. There's no such thing as an illegal person. The AOC mantra, the Democrat mantra for the past 6 years. They're dreamers. They just want to come here for a better life. Let them all in. It's like, okay, that's what you're letting in. You're letting in the child traffickers. You're letting in the rapists. You're letting in the convicted criminals. I mean, Trump was correct. I mean, everyone called him racist. He goes, they're sending us. They're not sending their best. They're sending their prisoners. They're sending their convicted. They're sending the worst. And everyone just hammered on, not all. Again, not all. Not all. Not all. That's all people can say. That's all people can say. It's like, not all of them. I have Mexican friends and they're nice. It's like, look, I'm sure we all have Mexican friends. The problem is we're not talking about just Mexicans. We're talking about people from all of South America. We're talking about all of the Hispanic countries south of the border. We're talking people from Africa. We're talking about the Haitians now. We're talking about people from China.
India. I mean, in one of these videos I'm seeing, you see a bunch of people from the Middle East, India, Africa, China, any other, Asian countries.
Our enemies to this country, people who are Africans, who are not friendly countries to the U.S., people who are in China, they're not sending these people here because those people want to come here and be a part of the country. They're going, no, let's abuse America's welfare systems. Let's economically crush them by sending as many as we can over there, while we deal with our own problems inside of our own borders. We worry about what's best for us. We can worry about how we can conscript and take over Taiwan while they're trying to figure out how to feed the poor and the hungry that we send them, while screwing over the poor and needy that already live there. That's what's going on. They are weaponizing alien populations to us, and they are using your empathy, Democrats, your empathy. They're weaponizing that. Be like, yeah, we can take on your poor, we can take on your sick. I don't believe in God, but I am Christ, and we are the great savior of the world.
Yep.
My generosity knows no bounds because we have the American taxpayer, and they can pay anything we ask because money's not real.
I mean,
value's not real. I create my own value.
Yes, and but that is the trick that the devil pulled on Adam and Eve. It's like, eat this and you will become your own gods.
Yeah. Sad day. Sad day. But yeah, I mean that's it, man, right there. I mean that's the crux of all of this. Like, when bad things happen to people in your local community, and it happens because there are people from outside of your community coming in, stealing, pillaging, assaulting in a variety that you might not like, that has an S word in it, R-wording you, R-wording your family, your daughters, your wife. Like, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And you have no one to blame but yourself and your empathy and your generosity.
Yep. But there is hope. There is hope. Michigan, as we just found out from some polls and the Harris and leaks from the Harris administration, Michigan is officially in play for Trump. Like, the most recent polling numbers are looking awful in Michigan for Harris, and which is hilarious because that's where Mr. Walz himself is from. So here is this, and this is proof enough for me, and this will get under most, liberal skin because it's a black conservative for Donald Trump.
I love it.
So, we're getting rid of this shit.
Yeah, we are.
Replacing it
Oh, I thought that dog was taking a crap while you were saying it.
with some MAGA. It's Trump country here in Plymouth, Michigan, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Yep. But that gives me a lot of hope in these areas like
Look,
this.
and that's the thing. The problem is, it's women are the only one that are not waking up to the lies of the Democratic Party. Because again, women, the Democrats are great at weaponizing female empathy. Black men have really woken up. Like, they're all in for Trump. They go, wow. Like, they're treating Trump like the black community views them. The black community in general is viewing Trump being treated like them by the DOJ. Like, yeah, dude, he's getting treated like a black dude. Like, that's not cool. He's one of us now. Like, they get it. Like, they're like, yeah, no, they see that, and they're like, yeah. I mean, again, at the end of the day, it's like what that interview with those chicks that went to that Georgia game. We want cheaper food. We want cheaper energy. We want to be able to afford to pay our bills. We don't want to leave the grocery store. I want to be able to leave the grocery store again under $100. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, when I only have
When I only get
7 items in my freaking cart.
Yeah, I want some eggs. I need some protein. I need some skim milk. and I want to be able to get out under $100. Maybe grab a couple of things of steak or chicken. But no. Not in this lifetime. Not in the Democrats' America. But that's about what I've got for you today. This is the Twins with Owasso Live. This was the Morning Loop. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. That's all I've got for you. God bless you.
Hang on. See you later, everybody.